what is the quantity of material required. So it may be 1000 units or 2000 units. So after selecting the quotation, so it will inform the supplier to provide the goods. What is the procedure of purchase in an organization? So here there is a department called purchase department. So it will see what is the requirement of the department. How the purchase department will come to know about the requirement of the products by the organization, that is the items or the requirements which is given by various other departments. Hello everyone, I am Harshita, lecturer, Department of Commerce, Vidyashram First Grade College, the Temple of Excellence, Mysore. Today we are in the fourth session of Unit 3, that is Internal Check and Internal Control. So my dear students, in the previous sessions we have studied about these two terms, that is internal check and internal control. Now we shall quickly recall what we have discussed in a previous session. So in a previous session, we have covered this topic, that is difference between internal control, internal check as well as internal audit. So what would be the main difference between these internal check, internal control and internal audit? So internal check is nothing but the checking of books of account which is done inside the organization, where the control of one person will be in the hands of some other person is called as internal check. Then what about internal control? So we have studied about internal check. Now what is this internal control? So overall control of the organization by the management is called as internal control. So here internal control includes both internal check as well as internal audit. Then we have studied about internal audit, that is verification as well as valuation as well as brief examination of books of account inside the organization by the employee itself is known as internal audit. So these are three terms are totally different, and we have studied in a previous session about all the difference between these three terms. And we have studied about internal check as regards to sales. So of course, sales are important in an organization. So organization is nothing but there will be purchase as well as sale of goods and services, right? So how this sales has been affected? So how internal check has to be done in respect of sales in an organization? So we have completely studied in a previous session. That is internal check as regards to sales. Here we are taking cash sales. So when the transactions have taken place in the form of cash or the goods which are sold in the form of cash. So how this internal check has to be made? So as I have already told you, internal check is nothing but checking of books of accounts often and often on a regular basis is known as internal check. So before an external auditor comes for auditing process, so before that this internal check has to be done on a regular basis. So we have studied in particular about how this internal check has been made in regard to cash sales. In today's session, we shall continue with new topic, that is internal check as regards to purchasers. So as I told you, in a previous session we have studied about internal check as regards to sales. Today we are going to study about internal check as regard to purchasers. Of course, purchases or in an organization, purchases are common. So it may be purchase of goods and services, right? So how this internal check has to be done in regard to this purchaser, so that there will be no error as well as fraud in the organization or in the accounting process. So since chances of committing fraud, of course there is a chances of committing fraud in an organization. So what do you mean by fraud? It is an intentional mistake which is made in the organization by the employees of the organization, right? So here, since chances of committing fraud in connection with the purchase of goods by a big business house are greater, it calls for devising an efficient and effective control system of internal check. Of course, if there are small organizations, the number of transactions is very small. But when compared to large organization or a big organization, there will be the transaction is very huge and there is a chances of committing fraud as well as errors. So in order to reduce that, this internal check regarding purchasers is required, because the transaction relating to purchasers will also be more, right? So in order to reduce that, in order to reduce the fraud as well as errors, so this internal check as regard to purchasers is required. So in this connection, one should be familiar with the purchase procedure, which should be as under. Let us see what are the purchasers procedure which has to be undertaken in purchasing of goods and services in an organization. So the first one is, the department requiring the material should fill the purchase requisition, indicating the quantity and quality to the purchase department. So as I told, here we are going to consider about the big organization where there will be number of department, among which this purchase department is also one. So there are number of departments like purchase department, sales department, as well as human resource department. So these are various types of departments will be there in a big organization, where for the purchase department some goods has to be required, or in a purchase department they will purchase the goods and services, right? So this purchase department, so purchase requisition, so whatever which is required for the purchase department, so they have to mention that what are the materials required. So each and everything has to be given in detail which is required by the purchase department. So the department requiring the material should fill the purchase requisition, that is asking the requirement of material, indicating the quantity as well as quality. Of course, what is the quantity of material required? So it may be 1000 units or 2000 units, right? So what is the quantity of required and what is the quality of material to be required for the purchase department? So this step has to be taken into consideration first, that is requirement of the department. So in what quantity is required and in which quality it is required. Next, the purchase department on the basis of the requisition. So on the basis of the requirement of the material will send out enquiries to the various suppliers asking for quotation. Now they have found out what is the requirement of the purchase department. Now what they will do, they will send the enquiries for various suppliers. So it is not only one supplier who would be providing material to the organization, there are number of suppliers. So here an organization is having a lot of option to purchase the material. Now what the purchase department will do, so it will send the enquiry in order to find the best supplier who will provide the quality products with a number of quantity required. Now the purchase department is going to find out the suppliers so that they will ask for quotation. So they will ask for quotation where there will be number of suppliers who would be providing products, and they will mention their quantity, quality as well as price of the product. So this is second step is what? Sending or asking for quotations with the suppliers. Now what is the third step? On receipt of quotation, the order will be placed on the best vendor, taking into account the quality, period of delivery, competitive price, etc. Now the second step is what? They will ask for quotation from the suppliers. As I told, there are number of suppliers who would be providing goods to the organization. Now they have asked for the quotation. Now the quotation has been given by the suppliers or the vendors. Now what is the work of the purchase department? It will select the best quotation. So it will select the best seller. Vendor is nothing but what? Seller. Taking into account. So what are the terms to be remembered while selecting the quotation? What is the quality of the product and period of delivery? Of course, the period of delivery is very important. So what is the duration which is being taken by the seller to provide goods to the organization? Next, competitive price. Of course, it is very important to select the price also. So taking all these terms, a best quotation has to be selected. On receiving the order, the vendor shall execute the order. Now, Your third step is all about what? Selecting the quotation. So after selecting the quotation, so it will inform the supplier to provide the goods. So on receiving the order, the vendor shall execute the order. Now what the supplier will do? So now the organization have selected the quotation and inform the supplier to order the goods, right? So on receiving the order, the vendor shall execute the order. Now what the seller will do? So it will provide goods to the organization. The suppliers will be received by the stores department. Now the supplies will be received by whom? By the stores department. So as I told, in a big organization there will be number of department, right? So after selecting the quotation, so it will inform the seller to provide goods to the organization, and the seller will provide goods as per the quotation, and that goods will be collected by whom? By the stores department. So it will be collected by the stores department. On receipt of the goods, it will verify with reference to the order and with the goods received memo issued by the stores department. Now what the stores department will do? So on receipt of goods, it will verify with reference with the order. So what the order which is made by the organization, so it will refer that along with the goods received from the supplier with the goods received memo issued by the stores department. If the supplies are made according to the order, the delivery note and the invoice sent by the supplier will be forwarded to accounts department. Here one more department comes, which is that accounts department. Now what the stores department will do? It will collect goods from the supplier and it will verify. So whatever the organization have been ordered, same product have come or same product have been delivered by the supplier or not. So if it is correct, then that these two, that is delivery note as well as invoice, will be sent to whom? To the accounts department with endorsement for the goods received and taken to the store. So it will send the copy of delivery note as well as invoice sent from the supplier to the accounts department. So the invoice will be passed for payment by the senior officer. Now these invoice is in the hands of accounts department. Now what they will do? The invoice will be passed for payment. Now it will be passed for payment to the supplier by an senior officer after verifying the terms and conditions of supply with reference to rate, quantity and other expenses. Now what the accounts department, so there will be a senior officer. So what he will do? So he will check the invoice and he will see whether required quantity has been supplied by the supplier or not, and he will make arrangement for payment for that invoice, payment for the amount which is mentioned in the invoice. So this is relating to internal check, or this is a procedure which is relating to purchase. So what is the procedure of purchase in an organization? So here there is a department called purchase department. So it will see what is the requirement of the department. Then it will mention everything. Then it will ask for quotation from the suppliers. So if the quotation is being received from the suppliers, so it will select the best quotation depending upon the quantity, quality as well as price, at the same time delivery of the products. So a best quotation will be selected. So after selecting the quotation, so it will inform the supplier to provide goods. So once the supplier provides goods, so it will be verified by whom? The goods will be verified by the stores department. Here the stores department will check all the material which is required by the organization, at the same time what are the material which is supplied by the supplier. So if it tallies, then it sends that invoice to the accounts department. Now what an accounts department will do? They will verify the invoice, at the same time what is the quantity, quality as well as price of the product. So and here the accounts department will make arrangement for what? For payment to the supplier. So this is a procedure of purchase. Next, keeping the above points in view, the following system of internal check. Now let us see how this internal check has to be made in the purchase. That is with regards to purchase, is suggested with regards to purchase, there should be a separate purchase department. Of course, we have told that. So there should be a separate purchase department. So purchase department. So what is the duty of purchase department to purchase the product. So there should be a separate purchase department. And the second point is purchase order to be issued only against intent received from the various department of the business. Now, how the purchase department will come to know about the requirement of the products by the organization, that is the items or the requirements which is given by various other departments. So all other department will not purchase the goods. So all other department tell the purchase department the requirement of each and every department, so that the purchase department will make an order for purchase of goods. So all orders should be placed in writing. So here you have to remember, the order should be placed in the form of writing. The order forms must be preferably a printed form containing full details. That is, full details about the quantity as well as quality of the products. And the next one is the order must be paid or made in 4 copies. So here the order has to be made in 4 copies. 1 copy of the order is to be sent to the supplier. Of course, so after receiving a best quotation, so here 1 copy has to be given to the supplier. The second copy is to be sent to the concerned department which has placed the intent for supply. So I have told you there are number of department. Now this is a purchase department. So there are number of department. So they will give all the requirements to the purchase department, and purchase department gives an order for purchase. Okay. Now, so the third copy, so here 1 copy will be sent to the supplier and the second copy will be given to the concerned department which has placed the intent for supply. For example, here sales department has given some orders to the purchase department to purchase, then 1 copy has to be given to the sales department. Third copy is to be sent to the accounts department. So third copy has to be sent to the accounts department and the fourth copy is retained by the purchase department. So here there should be 4 copies. Okay, so 4 copies which has to be made by the purchase department. So 1 copy has to be given to the supplier and the second copy has to be given to the concerned department who have ordered for the goods, and third copy has to be given to the accounts department, and fourth copy is retained in the purchase department. Future reference. Next, all order for purchase should be signed only by the purchase manager. Now, who will sign the this indent? That is, it has to be signed only by the purchase manager because the purchase will be made in the purchase department. So it will be signed by the purchase manager or the person authorized for this purpose, or any other person who is authorized for purchase only. That is, who is authorized for this purpose only. Next, all orders should contain the seal of office. Of course, it requires seal of office. So, because in future, if any problem arises, so this documents acts as a evidence. Next, the goods received should be inspected with a copy of the order. Of course, so whatever the goods which has been received, so it should be checked with the order. So as I told, there should be 4 copies of order. So keeping 1 copy, they have to inspect whatever the goods which has been received from the supplier. The goods received are to be examined with delivery notes and supply invoice. So here the goods has to be examined with the delivery notes. Here 1 copy will be in the purchase department, that is order copy, right? And the other copy will be given by whom? By the supplier, that is known as supply invoice. So this delivery note as well as supply invoice has to be compared of the regarding quantity, quality as well as rate of the product. The purchase department should make an endorsement putting rubber stamp on the supplier's bill with reference to goods received. So once the goods has been received, so here the supplier has to be informed about the goods received, right? So for that, a rubber stamp has to be made telling that the goods has been received. So after inspection and examination of goods received note, so here that note is called as what? Goods received note. That is, after receiving the goods, a note has been made which is known as goods received note is to be prepared for each lot of purchase. The inspection note should also be attached to it. So here along with inspection note. Inspection note is nothing but what? After delivery of the goods, here the goods are being inspected. So whether the goods are received or whether the goods received of same quantity, quality as well as rate, and at the same time this is known as inspection note. Along with that, goods received note has to be verified with each other. Endorsement must be made by purchase manager or the authorized official to stores department to take the goods into stock. Of course, the order will be made by the purchase department, but the goods will be received by whom? By the stores department. The stores department should acknowledge the receipt of goods and send the same to other department. Now what the stores department will do? It will collect the goods from the supplier and it will give the or it will supply the goods to various department. So here, as I told, various department requires the goods, right? So that goods will be ordered by purchase department and it is collected by stores department. Now the stores department have collected the goods and it will supply the goods to various department who require it. The store officer. So here there is a officer and the next one is all packages of incoming goods are opened only in the presence of responsible officer. So the goods received will be collected from the stores department and it will be opened in the presence of an officer. The store officer, on the verification of the correctness of the goods received, should enter in the stock register. Now what the store officer will do? So he will see the goods, whether all the ordered goods have been received or not. Then if it is correct, after verification he will see the correctness of the goods received should enter in what? In a stock register. So here it is the duty of a store officer to record the goods received. He should enter in the stock register. So this is all about internal check as regard to purchase. So when an organization is purchasing a goods, there are certain procedures and they have to follow that procedures. So in the same way, while collecting the goods also, there are certain procedures. In the sense, internal check has to be made as regard to purchase. So whether all the goods which has been ordered have correctly received or not. If the procedure is not followed, then there is a lot of chances of misappropriation of goods. So in a previous sessions, we have learnt about it. This is misappropriation of cash as well as misappropriation of goods. So if the number of goods is very bulk, then there are chances that these goods may be misappropriated. In such situation, a proper internal check has to be done in relation to misappropriation of goods. So in my next session, I am going to discuss about internal check as regard to sales as well as wage payment. So in today's session, we have learnt about internal check as regard to purchase. In my next session, we shall discuss about internal check as regard to sales as well as wage payment in the organization. My dear students, hope you all understood the session. See you all in my next session. Till then, take care. Thank you.